Hello and welcome to another InstaForex daily market analysis. For today I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. I will speak about Bitcoin, dollar index, gold market, crude oil and NASDAQ 100. I will start with the Euro versus US dollar first. So what we have here on the bottom left corner, you can see the daily time frame, and on Friday we had a close just in the middle of the previous of the daily range, which is basically a sign of weakness, and there was like a pin bar and rejection of the 150, 50 and 200 day moving average. So that's basically a good sign and alert for potential downside movement. So I would like to see the breakout on the hourly time frame of this structure. So you can see here we have some swing lows at this point. So if the market can break this to the downside, so let's say the market can trade below 1.0750, 740 and hold below, there will be a chance for a downside movement short term from my perspective towards the 1.0725. Again, rejection, close in the middle, rejection of our EMAs, and potential for the downside movement. Now, speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, so Bitcoin is trading in the, I will say, in a consolidation. So we have a previous swing high, so area around 64,800 mark or 65,000 mark, pretty important resistance on the Bitcoin. Weekly had this tail last week, but still overall we're in the bigger consolidation and everything is possible, both upside and downside. If we can see the downside rejection or downside breakout of this rising trend line, so let's say the market can break 63,000 and hold below, and there will be a chance for a downside movement and potential downside continuation towards the 57,000 mark. From another side, if market can break and hold above 65,000, there will be a potential chance for a retest of the 67,000 mark, which is the area of the previous swing high on the daily time frame. Now on the dollar index, we can see that market traded lower, but is this like a selling climax and bottoming? We need to find out, but so far the daily had a pin bar just around the 50 the rising moving average, and in the market can let's say trade above the 105.50, and so there will be a chance for the upside movement and upside continuations, and then this will mean that we potentially completed this ABC kind of structure. So pay attention to that potential scenario, but we still need a confirmation for that. On the gold market, gold is in consolidation. We can see here in the last 4 to 5 days we have a tight consolidation with a support at the 22.75 and the resistance around, I would say, around 23.50 mark. So the downside breakout of this support can be a good sign for a further drop eventually towards the 22.20 or 21.90. From another side, if market can break to the upside and hold above 23.40, there will be a chance for higher prices towards the 23.85. And we have a crude oil, so there was a downside movement, and now we have in the pullback mode. Weekly close on the at the low last week. So far we have an inside day and inside formation. Still, this can all be a corrective movement, and if we can see the downside continuation, this will be a potential for the bigger drop towards the 76.50 or even towards the 72 mark. And on NASDAQ, we can see that market had quite a big volatility last week because of the events. So there was like up down bar and then rejection and then a new spike higher, but this is all driven by the news short-term events. I still see possibility that this is a ABC type of correction, and there is a potential for the downside movement towards the 70,300 and the 70,000 mark. So especially because market is trading just around the key resistance, which is around 18,000 mark. So any kind of confirmations of the bigger sell-off with no follow-through to the upside, there will be a chance for a further drop on this market. And that will be all for this update. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day and speak to you from tomorrow morning.